Welcome to Live Below the Poverty Line. Live from below the poverty line, because it's just that much lower from the toilet and the sewer. Tonight, we're just gonna say fuck it. We're not gonna candy coat this shit no more. I tried my best with the other ones to just kind of give you like a overview, but we're kind of at the point now that we can't do that anymore. I can't fix the stuff now, and the next generation between this, unfortunately, goes to you guys. So if you play this back 20 years from now and say, oh shit, he was right, you'll know. Okay, 20 to 35-year-olds, you guys are the ones that can take this whole fucking thing down right now if you do it now. But you can't, you're just incapable of it. That's the fucking sad part. You've been so washed with the system that if you wanted to fight, you couldn't. And the smartest of you are just going to wind up just making as much money as possible and just sit on the upper top throne and just hope for the best. The pillars are collapsing. They can't hold the weight anymore. The poverty level gets higher and higher. People that are here on the bottom are now considered kings and queens because the rest of them don't know how to be this poor yet. It's a conditioning. As the middle class slowly dumps into our little stream and rises that line up higher, all that remains is them. As those last bit of middle class people that want to get to the top that quite can't get there are going to be slowly pushed down to that line and drown with the rest of us. Your chances are better if you unite now before your children's children wind up in invisible chains. And the only way I can describe invisible chains to you is try to take something from right now and try to explain to you how fucked up things really are that you're not even realizing it. I mean, if you want to put a collar on a dog and put a leash on there, make sure it fucking sparkles. Make sure it looks like it's worth having. Okay? It's an invisible leash. It's very simple. It's been placed into the way we do things as we speak now. Okay? We do not really have the capabilities to really spy on everybody on the planet, but we're pretty fucking damn near close. And here within our own fucking ranks in this fucked up system that we already have established. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love this fucking country. I love it to fucking death. I just think the internal structure has completely failed itself over years and time and greed and every aspect of the coin. I mean, I don't even need to tell you about the fucking, like, what kind of system of government has people come in with money? They're called lobbyists. There should be no fucking thing as a lobbyist when it comes to the people and the people that you're supposed to represent. You're having people from big corporations with a ton of money come in and just dictate to the people that run the fucking numbers on the biggest scale of the world. And you're wondering why things are wrong. There is more than plenty here in the United States to give for everyone that lives here. There's more than plenty for all. But we choose to still play that same fucking game that we've been playing for fucking centuries after centuries. One group on top, the fucking rest on the bottom, and that's the way it fucking goes. The one constant that happens all the fucking time throughout history. It's the one history thing that we don't seem to fucking want to remember. We can remember everything else about strategic wars and this and that, not make that mistake twice. But when it comes to the same fucking thing over and over again, we just sit there and go, well, it seems to work. And for the longest time when this fucking country was first forged and made, it was made to be separate from all that bullshit. That was the point behind it. I think people have forgotten it because they've had it so easy for so long. They don't remember the fight, the struggle, what created this fucking country to be great in the first fucking place. a lot of people died on an ideal that might not fucking happen. And given their all for it. We don't do that anymore. We micromanage fucking small ass wars. We barely speak that, or the dead that fucking defended something that they don't even know why they were there. We've been doing that for a while, probably since the Vietnam era, but it was just part of that fucking guilt factor that we've had in American politics that lasted forever. I call it the fucking Hitler effect. The reason why we have to defend all these other little sovereign states from here and there and these little fucking pissant little fucking places on a globe that nobody fucking even knows about, that we divide and men and women of honor for this country die for. It's absolute mayhem. So with that, I'm going to talk about the internal garbage that it is. The lobbyists come in, everybody gets a payout to move each bill in percentage in place. That's why the upper percent is as powerful as it is, because it controls the fucking very people that are supposed to protect us from this shit. And they let them walk in their front door, and they do it right in fucking front of you. They're at the point that you say, like 50 years ago, I'm sitting here making this videotape, they'd fucking come by in a van and fucking whisk me away for just speaking a little bit of this and that of the truth. But now, they're so confident in their own fucking bullshit and can get away with it. They're at the point they're sitting there telling you, hey, listen, we're going to fuck you. And there's not a fucking goddamn thing you can fucking do about it. Nothing. And you all sit there and go, well, okay. It's not a big deal, as long as they're saying so. Well, you know what? Keep me up with those fucking prescriptions for antidepressants and every fucking other little fucking thing in the world, so I fucking get so numb to it that my children get numb to it. Because we're prescribing fucking pills to 2-year-olds for acting up.
Sorry.
We're being positioned for failure. The only way a small grouping of people can take over a large grouping of people is by demeaning them, breaking their will, and making sure it goes the way it is. You wonder why Britain and all them have the way they operate out there. And for some reason, I don't know if you think it's right or wrong, but the thing is, their government fears the people because they have the right and the vote and they can control things. We have now no longer have that anymore. See, the government over there fears the people. Thus, things continue accordingly. Everybody gets health care. This gets done. That gets done. It's the way it works out there. We're in a consumer market where everything, business and both politics, are ruled by fucking money, and that is it. It's at that point where everybody should be able to see it. You know that little back thing in the back of your mind that sits like a splinter that makes you sit there and go, what the fuck is wrong with the world despite everything you read, watch, and do? That little splinter in your fucking back of your head, that's that knowledge that you just don't want to see. And the sad fact is that since you've been grown up and put through lies your entire fucking life, when the truth is finally fucking told to you, it's not believable because you've been so soaked in with the fucking lies that the truth becomes the lie. And it's easier to fucking change it around, manipulate it no matter what. We see it all the time. It's the way it goes. We're at the financial level of where we are. It's about fucking money, period. Not health care, nothing. You know how many people die because they're denied the right to be helped?
I know it's not right.
So why? When we have the medicine, we have the technology that anybody should suffer or die because they didn't have enough money. It's telling me that if you don't have enough money, you can't afford to be this, you can't afford to be that, you can't do anything like that. So does that sound like a fucking American freedom? Does that sound like fucking freedom to you? No, it seems to me that freedom can be bought, and that is why we're fucked. Freedom isn't supposed to be fucking bought. We already earned it a long fucking time ago. Now they're making us pay for it. We already paid for it with blood and families, life and liberty, and personal sacrifice to make this what it is. And now you got to tell me that I cannot have that freedom unless I have enough money to fucking buy it. And that is why things are wrong. And that's why it doesn't function properly. This is Pirate Morgan.